High Country Health and Fitness Magazine continues. I'm Tim Baxter. We are at Glenbridge Healthcare and Rehabilitation. Look who we get to visit with on this edition of the magazine. Sabra Townsend is with us. We are in her office, which is kind of in the center of the hotbed of activity here in the kitchen at Glenbridge. First off, how are you?
I'm fine.
It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you.
You know, before we started taping, Sabra was giving us a little background. I had no idea that this November, 32 years
32 years here. Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell everybody the story about how you became head of the Culinary Delights here at Glenbridge.
Well, I started in November 1st of 78 at the old building. It used to be called Watauga Nursing Care Center. Mm-hmm. And I started just like these girls, doing trays, dishes, and in a few months they asked me if I wanted to cook. So I said, okay. So
you really hadn't had much cooking
No, I had not.
Right?
My grandmother was a wonderful cook, my mother, but no, I had not. So I had to start from the bottom and go up. So I was there about 3 or 4 years, and they asked me if I'd like to take the dietary manager's course, and I said, I'll give it a try, give it a shot. So I did, and I got my certification in 1985, and I have helped the lady that was over the kitchen at that time. I was her, kind of her assistant, and then when she retired in 1998, I took over the job and have been here ever since.
And I'll tell you, she does such a wonderful job. And you have an incredible crew here, too.
I do. I have a wonderful crew. I just can't say, enough about them. They're wonderful.
You know, there are so many reasons that Glenbridge is such a wonderful facility. And on our last edition of the magazine, we learned about the rehabilitation program and how people come here for rehabilitation after a stroke, after an injury, and get to go home so quickly. But you know, one of the other things that makes Glenbridge so special is the food here. And Janice and I can attest to that firsthand. We've enjoyed your cooking and your staff's cooking. And of course, Janice's mom is here as well. And you know, she kind of looks like she enjoys her cooking
she does. I think she does.
Tell us what the secret is. First of all, how many meals? I don't think people realize how many meals you prepare every day.
Well, it's around 135 each meal. So that's 135 breakfast, lunch, and supper. So count that up.
So you're looking at 400 plus meals every day,
Yes.
7 days a week, 365 days a year too, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
You know what's amazing is we were following some of your folks in the kitchen around, how fast they work. Isn't this amazing?
They're pretty fast. They have to so long to do things. So they've got their own little thing down, and they just go right to it.
I got to tell you, I was watching the grilled cheese being made. Oh my gosh.
They do some real good grilled cheese.
I am craving a grilled cheese. How many staff members do you have here in the kitchen?
Right now I have 17 staff. But of course they all don't work at the same time, but that's how many I employ right now.
You know, as long as you've been here, I'm sure you can attest to all the many reasons this is such a wonderful facility.
It's absolutely the most wonderful place. I wouldn't be anywhere else. These residents are absolutely the most precious people, and I just love what I do. And when, they tell me that my lunch was so good or my supper was so good or they want more, that just makes me feel like, I've done my job.
And that's not usually the rule in institutional kitchens, is it?
That's right. But we try to do a little bit beyond. We try to do a little bit more like home cooking.
And I noticed in your stockroom too, when we were following some of the folks around, these aren't just generic brands that you buy.
No.
You guys are buying top of the line.
Yeah, I wouldn't Mr. Boren wouldn't want me to do anything else. It's got to be good quality food, and that's what I strive for. So he lets me do that, and he's a very good administrator. Yeah,
just wonderful folks here at Glenbridge. Hey, if you want to read more about Glenbridge, pick up the latest edition of High Country Health and Fitness Magazine or visit it online at highcountryhealth.net. Sabra, thank you.
Thank you.